prisoner.
Handcuffs!
The true crime is criminalizing those for simply existing out here when they're just trying to survive.
It's wonderful to complain, but it achieves nothing, and we want every person, whether they're whatever they're doing, get involved.
The mayor argues it's a way for the homeless to get the help they need. Protesters argue it's criminalizing homelessness and hard for police to enforce. It is now illegal to sleep on the streets in the city of Las Vegas if there are open beds at the shelters. So when homeless people sleep on the streets, in washes and underground tunnels, police can fine them. Enforcement of the new ordinance went into effect yesterday.
Fox 5's Tiana Bonner introduces us to a man who knows what homelessness is like. He lived it. He wouldn't say if he supports the new law, but walked Tiana Bonner through the ways he's trying to make a difference.
I was living in the flood drains for about 3 years on the south side of town.
Paul Vautrinot was addicted to meth and heroin. It was an 8-year addiction, he told me, that kept him out of the shelters and pushed him underground.
Coming and living underground for that long, like, my perception of reality was distorted.
He only saw sunlight when he came out to Panhandle.
And then one day I decided, yeah, no, like, I'm stuck.
Paul got comfortable in the dark. There was no electricity, no clean water. I saw when I went underground into the tunnels last spring.
When you're a part of it and live it, it's not that fascinating, trust me.
Paul estimates up to 800 people live in more than 600 miles of tunnels that run under the valley.
They've been out here for so long, the amount of time that has passed, this life seems like the only normal life. Like, leaving it comes with the risk of losing everything that they have.
In 2014, Henderson police officers found Paul. Paul went through drug court. He told me that was the light he was missing, the realization he could leave.
And it was guidance.
Paul now works for Shine a Light, a nonprofit that helps people still living the life that Paul left behind.
We'll walk as far in and as deep as we need to until either we can't get out or the other end appears.
He goes back to the tunnels to hand out the basics.
Water bottles, granola bars, 2 or 3 AA or AAA batteries.
To build trust. Then he talks to them about sober living resources to help find jobs, housing, and treatment.
We're going to help them get their ID, their birth certificate, their social security card.
Sometimes it takes years, but Paul is patient.
It's always been trying to convince somebody that we're going to be here on a regular basis so that when the time comes and you're ready to give this a try, like, we've established that trust and that consistency with them.
He knows taking that step toward the light isn't an easy one.
If everybody woke up tomorrow and said, I'm ready to go, we really wouldn't be able to meet the need.
But Paul will be there to help anyone who's willing to try.
I know that they don't necessarily want to be found, but I also know that, like, I was stuck in there without any type of message of hope for 3 years.
Tiana Bonner, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.